The chair recognizes himself for an opening statement. Today we're holding our first markup of the 118th Congress. The majority of the bills we will consider today are bipartisan. That was my intention. That is it's notable in a divided Congress that many pundits have claimed will not accomplish much. It's my intention that this committee be the rule breaker for what people assume. And, well, I turned those pundits' attention to the 10 bipartisan bills that address the generational threat posed by the Chinese Communist Party, and those bills will advance today. Earlier this month, the committee held its first hearing on combating the economic threat posed by China. Committee members on both sides of the aisle asked thoughtful questions and heard from experts about the actions we can take to thwart the CCP's aggression. The key takeaway was that in order to outcompete China on the global stage, we cannot become more like the CCP. That means doubling down on our commitment to free people and free markets. The list of bills we will debate today do just that. Each bill sponsor will have the opportunity to walk us through the details of their respective legislation, so I'll be brief for now. But I want to applaud each member who's offered a thoughtful proposal to meet this moment. We know that China is not an ally or a strategic partner. They are a competitor. Their actions earlier this month make that abundantly clear. We have bills on today's schedule to address this threat. Additionally, we will discuss two bills in the financial institutions and monetary policy space, Mr. Williams Bank Service Company Examination Coordination Act, and my bill with committee Republicans on the Data Privacy Act. The Data Privacy Act will put consumers back in control of their personal financial data. It is not an overhaul of current financial data privacy laws, but rather a modernization of law passed in 1999, before much of the technology we rely on today existed. I'll point out that this bill is the culmination of 3 years of work by committee Republicans. We started with a working group, crafted principles to guide our discussions, and released a discussion draft last year. We've received input from members and groups across the ideological spectrum and created a product that I believe will benefit consumers in every single one of our districts. This bill, along with the other pieces of legislation we'll consider today, is a great example of what this committee can accomplish when we work together. These are not messaging bills or a markup to clear the decks. It's not that. We are a legislating committee. Our product is legislation. I renew my call to every member of this committee to bring your ideas to me. My door is open on both sides of the aisle, and I wish to work together to address these major needs that our economy is firmly telling us to address. To that end, it's my expectation we'll hold several markups throughout the year on serious bills. In that vein, I want to level set with members and those that may be tuning in that we will have robust debate today and we will vote in real time. That may be the chair answering the call that no one made, but I think it makes the product move faster and for us to have a more serious debate in committee. We'll recess for House floor votes, but we plan to get back and stay as long as it takes to get through this list. I look forward to today's discussions, and now I yield back and now recognize the ranking member, Ms. Waters of California, for 5 minutes.